All right, here is a very excited review I'm happy to have. This is Kingdom Waspinator. I've been looking forward to him for a while, even though I don't think he's been has not yet been officially announced by Hasbro. I'm not 100% sure about that. I know we saw some art leaks, but I'm not. I mean, I think maybe Amazon had some pre-orders, but most of the major stores, like, I haven't seen pre-orders for this wave go up yet. So I don't know what is. Granted, I haven't been looking too hard, especially now that I have one. But yeah, I don't know that we've got an official announcement, and he's hitting store shelves. I want to thank Robert, aka Computron64, on Twitter. He found one of these and got it mailed out to me very quickly, I might add. And I appreciate you picking it up, because this is one of my. All of the Beast Wars stuff has been anticipated. Waspinator is, obviously a fan favorite character, and I like. I like him, and I was looking forward to checking this out. Here he is in his Wasp mode. A little more svelte. He definitely got a smaller head than his previous version. Purple wings for whatever reason. And some more substantial legs. They do support him quite well. That's low, but it's not quite sitting on it. He can support himself, and you can even rotate the legs a little bit to raise him up off the ground a little bit more. And just as a comparison, here he is with his Thrilling 30 companion. And aside from the fact that the dual legs on the Thrilling 31, the two-piece legs are on his arms and the single legs are on his legs, it's the reverse here. The two legs are on his legs and the single legs are on his arms now. And he does not have the wing flapping gimmick that the Thrilling 30 did. I don't know if that's a bonus or a loss for me, because it's neat that they did it, but the mechanism kind of got in the way of other things, and but it's up to you. Purple wings, I did try swapping these. The ball joint on the purple is much larger than the ball joint on the clear, so you can't just swap the wings over. I tried it. You definitely need to fill that hole with something more substantial to get the wings to stay in. This one has, you can open his mandibles, he can chompy chomp, which is fun. This one you cannot. But yeah, there's a quick comparison between the two of them in their insects mode. He doesn't have he's just got a regular old stinger. He doesn't have the clear stinger sticking out the back. But the transformation, surprisingly, you can see, like, even down to how this waist piece rotates and the thighs form the sides of the thing, like, very similar. And like, the arms go a different direction here. You can see here they kind of come up and around. Here they go down and under. But the legs and even the feet with the outer hinge piece, very, very similar transformations, and the way the wasp head splits and everything between these two. And like I said, I got him on my way out the door. The postman dropped him off as I was leaving for work. So I played with him all day, and I hadn't messed with I didn't grab the Thrilling 30 to compare over the afternoon. But yeah, there he is in Wasp mode. Now on to the transformation, and again, you're going to find it fairly similar to the Thrilling 30 if you've messed with that one recently. So you can go ahead and pop the tail off. It does not flip out. It's just this single weapon. It does have a slight little kind of molded stinger / weapon to make it look kind of like a blaster. It's got a slightly different squared off tip there at the end of it. You can set that off to the side, and then you unpeg the legs from here. And like I said, you're going to see a lot of similarities here, because you lift this all up. The legs come down from here. This piece untabs from the tail here, rotates around, bring this down, bring the foot forward, and then the heel pieces to the back. Again, this is all, with the exception of the different legs here on the leg, this transformation is almost dead identical to the Thrilling 30. You can fold those back like that. The arms up here, unpeg. There's a small little post here that pegs in here. At first I thought these tabs were to lock the arms together or to lock them into the insect mode, but the arms actually lock in on this little post right here and lock into the middle piece, and then these two tabs form the slots that these pieces on the legs slot into when you're going into insect mode. So that's what they're for. But anyway, bring the arms out to the side here, just like this, and then bring the whole upper torso forward, and then you're going to It's a little tricky to do it, but you want to get you can see there's a couple little tabs here on behind his shoulders that you need to go into these slots here. And getting it angled right can be a little difficult the first time, even though I don't quite have it. There we go. So that sits all the way back like that. And then this piece comes up, all the way up, like this. Bring the legs down and latches in to the body here, like that. So make sure the slot on the green piece the light green piece goes into the dark green piece. Bring the wings down, bring the arms around, like that. Rotate the wrist. You can position the leg however you want on the side of the arm. There we go, come on. There we go. And then the head splits. You can rotate the antenna up, but the head splits like that, and then just kind of, it doesn't tab into place. It just kind of relies on the friction of the hinge to hold that in place. And I wish it latched a little better. Like on the Thrilling 30, this piece was connected to the shoulders. So when you collapse the shoulders in, this piece was connected to this shoulder and vice versa. So when it locked them in place a little better, whereas this still has a little bit of wibble to it. But a really nicely painted head. And I really like the colors on him. Purple wings notwithstanding. But there is Waspinator in robot mode. I think these stick out a little too far, but this is a piece that it's a kind of plastic. You could heat that up a little bit in some hot water and maybe bend it forward a little bit so it didn't stick out quite so far. And robot mode came up more like I would expect it to, and then could fold around like that for robot mode and also for bug mode, and not be quite a nuisance as well. He just put his gun in his hand, and there he is. And he's like I said, it's clearly Waspinator. He's got a lot of personality, and I love his head sculpt. I love the paint on his head. This is where I love the bug legs in bug mode. I think they're a little bit more substantial here, hanging off of him, and I do kind of miss the configuration of the legs from the Thrilling 30. I just think you could arrange them a little nicer. But he's got a ball joint at the head, dual swivel shoulders, bicep swivel, wrist or elbow. He does have wrist swivel. He has a waist swivel. It's actually, you plug this into here, and the waist swivel is actually right there, just where right here, just above where all of this piece comes together. But he does have a swivel at the waist. Dual direction hips. Does have a thigh swivel. It's a little limited due to all the armor up here, but you can see that green thigh swivel piece inside there. Regular hinge knees, and he does have some ankle tilt. He's got a hinge there at the ankle, and then does have that heel piece that lets him to move and support him in a lot of different positions. Get you standing here, and we'll bring in your buddy. Waspinator have plans. And here he is with his Thrilling 30 counterpart. So he's a little smaller. Like I said, a little bit more vibrantly colored. Like richer purples and more contrast in the greens. A little darker overall, too. So, like I said, there's the two of them together. I still like this. I like both of them. I like both of them for what they do. I like the Kingdom one. He's going to fit in with my Kingdom figures. Thrilling 30 fits in with my other stuff. Thrilling 30 I've had displayed on the shelf waiting for this Waspinator. I've had him displayed with my Kingdom, Megatron, and Black Arachne, and Scorponok, and Transmetal Tarantulas, just to have a little Predacon display that semi-rivals my Maximal display from Kingdom, because we've got everybody but Tigatron from Season 1 for the Maximals, and Tigatron's coming soon. I think my Amazon order says it's coming in like a couple of weeks, so fingers crossed. But, so yeah, should you upgrade if you already have the Thrilling 30 Waspinator? If you want to, I mean, like, I don't think you're going to be upset if you get the Kingdom one if you already have the Thrilling 30. He's fun, and he's like, I think he locks together a little better. And I think you've got a little bit more options on how to pose the wings in robot mode, because you can kind of lift them up and bring them around like that without being tied to that springy flippy gimmick. On the other hand, the way the springy gimmick wings just kind of naturally sit on the Thrilling 30 is nice. I think they both have their strengths and differences. I really think I like the paint on the head of this one more than the Thrilling 30. The colors just pop. I like the insect mode, I think, a little better on Kingdom versus the Thrilling 30. Robot mode, I think Thrilling 30 takes it by a smidge because there are some things I like about the Kingdom one. So it's really kind of a toss-up. If you do not already have a Waspinator and you like the character and want one, by all means get the Kingdom. If you have the Thrilling 31, I don't think it's a necessary upgrade. I think, much like Rhinox, I think the Thrilling 31 looks good with the Kingdom figures. But he's a little bit more in scale. He's designed from the same mentality as the rest of the Kingdom figures, so he looks good in the Kingdom display. And as such, we'll go ahead, and here he is with his Kingdom counterparts. We said killing him, which is pretty much on brand for a Waspinator. We're just going to display, but I got blown up and killed over anyway. Actually, let's put him in the front. He's the showcase figure here. Scorponok, you're just here for display. You are not the showcase figure for this video review. We already did yours. And there's the official Predacons we've got so far. Pterosaur is rumored. Tarantulas is rumored. Would love to get an Inferno and catch up on, get that whole Predacon Season 1 cast done. Certainly, I think you need a Pterosaur at least. Pterosaur and Tarantulas to wrap this up. And you could add Inferno later. Even Black Arachnia. I mean, you really need Pterosaur and Tarantulas to at least get the main, original dudes. And then bring in Black Arachnia and Inferno. But, like I said, he looks good in a display with them. Versus, like I said, I had these on display as well. But the Thrilling 30, you can see, kind of fits in as well. So, it's really up to you on what you want. But I do like the Kingdom one. I think it's fun. And again, thank you, Computron64, for grabbing that for me. I am super appreciative. And like I said, he's been going everywhere with me. He's coming in to work with me tomorrow. Trax, I got him over the weekend. He's fun. He'll probably stay. He'll probably find a place in a display and stay here. Waspinator is going to come around with me for a few days because he's fun to play with. So yeah, should you upgrade? It really depends on what you want. Do you want to check out Kingdom Waspinator? You're not going to be disappointed in getting him. Do you need him if you have Thrilling 30? No, but he's fun and enjoyable and a fun little wasp. There is Kingdom Deluxe Waspinator.